And then he gets mad, he gets offended. What do you think, I'm pulling this out of my ass? And then moments later goes on to say that the source behind it is himself. Is that not the definition of pulling it out of your ass? What's going on, Sweet Dreams Nation? So we just had UFC Fight Night, Sao Paulo in Brazil, wrap up. It was a pretty decent card, you know, for the most part. It had some good actions, some crazy knockouts, you know, and high-paced fight. It was a good card. You know, early, I'm going to stick mainly to the main card, you know, just because, like, I wasn't able to catch the prelims like I wanted to. You know, I did catch Cuzzo catching the dub. You know how the Hill is rocking Brazil. Shout out to Angela Hill getting the dub over there. She looked real sharp, real clean, real technical, and like a true vet. Shout out to you. So the first fight, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how to pronounce these dudes' name. Well, one of them, Elvis Brenner, and then the other dude, I have no idea how to say his name. Like Kainana Kurchewski, whatever his name is. Good fight. Solid. Ended in the first round with a crazy knockout. At first glance, looked like he threw like a hook and then loop. It looked like an overhand left. I mean, and looked like the overhand left clipped the back of his temple. The back of his head, right behind the ear. Wasn't much of a clean punch. Didn't look like initially, but I've been a part of one of those punches with the Johnny Walker knockout, so I know how you can catch somebody and it feels like a good punch and it may not look that way. So it was a crazy knockout, crazy freak knockout. Dude went flat. He was out cold. So it clearly caught him well enough. Shout out to him. Baralo versus Magomed. I mean, not Magomed. I don't know why I'm saying Magomed. Against Magomedov was Albus Magomedov. It was a good fight. You know, it was a good fight. It was back and forth. I thought how the fuck you say his name? Baralo. Whatever. These four guys, whatever. But Baralo, I think Baralio, whatever his name. I think he came out with going with making a bunch of fundamental and technical errors. First, he was circling the wrong way. And whenever he went to set up to strike, he was moving himself back into the strike zone, which is exactly where he don't want to be, because he was lining himself up to be right in the middle of all of Magomedov's weapons. As the fight went on, he made the adjustment mainly later on in the second round, and I think he was able to actually catch him with some clean jabs, able to hurt him. The second round was a little bit more close than the first round. The third round was a complete blowout with Baralo end up taking over, and he came out right out the gate, started circling the right way, and the minute he corrected the way he was moving, started landing cleaner shots, started landing a lot better shots, was able to push him back and push on his pace and make him lean a little bit more on his gas tank, which we've seen in the past. He folds a little bit under. The next fight, Rodrigo Nascimento versus Dontel Mays. Heavy, big boys, heavyweights. They got after it. It was a solid fight. Early on, I think Nascimento was able to take the first 2 rounds just with good, crisp striking from the outside. He was able to control that range. From the range, he had the distance. Now, Mays was able to be effective throughout the fight by clinching up, landing dirty boxing, landing some elbows on the inside. I think he had the advantage, and he was the stronger grappler of the two, which was evident in the times that they did exchange in the grappling. Because if Nascimento had that edge, I think he would have, early on when he had him hurt, he would have got him down and put the choke on him. But Mays looked good. He just started a little slow, and I think Nascimento didn't, and he was able to take advantage of it. The co-main event, Gabriel Bonfils versus Nicholas Dalby. Now, Dalby fought on the Brazil card when I fought in Brazil whenever I won the title, and You know, he was one of the first guys to come and show like share some really respectful and caring words. And you know, since then I've kept up with him. You know, and you know, I like him. I wish him all the success, and I was happy to see him get this win tonight against a dangerous, undefeated prospect. Early on, coming out in the fight, I think Bonfim he's more explosive from range and had the cleaner, crisper, more technical striking at distance, at range, at that fight range and at distance. And you could see he was explosive, he was strong, and all those things. And he took over the first round of the fight. Also, being able to get Dalby down and hold him down and things like that. As the fight went on, you could see the more Dalby came out, like early on in one of the early exchanges, he was able to come out, hit him, and get him on his back foot. And Bonfim kind of showed that if you're able to put him on that back foot going backwards, it takes to minimize a lot of the danger that he's on. He's a dangerous guy regardless, but he's way more dangerous if you allow him to come forward at you as opposed to putting him back. And then that's when Dalby just said, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. He's going to push him back. He went hands up and just started making him go backwards, landing good, solid shots on him, and he just kept pouring it on him and poured the pressure on him, was able to get him out of there and do what nobody had done up to that point. So shout out to him. Congratulations. It was a huge-ass win. And, you know, I was hyped. I was pumped for him, 1,000%. The main event, Jailton Almeida versus Derek Lewis. Like, wasn't much to say of it. You know, we knew Jailton had the grappling advantage going in. I wasn't aware that Derek Lewis' fundamental and just technical grappling was just non-existent. So he was able to, he's a lot of power. He's a lot of explosiveness. He did a good job kind of staying composed on the bottom, to not overexert himself and things like that, to not give himself up for the finish. And Jailton kind of just took that and cooked with it. You know, a couple times where he did try to go for the finish, he did get tired, and he was looking at a point where he was going to fade like completely, and maybe Derek would be able to get his stand up and get an opportunity. But credit to Jailton, he stayed technical, he stayed on him, and he got the job done, bro. It was like one of the most dominant main events that we've seen in quite some time, if we're actually being honest. Yeah. All in all, a solid card. You know, but there's one more thing I did want to get into, you know. Just know we're gonna make this as a recap. We're gonna make it kind of a reel behind the reels. You know, some people sent me a video of this whole exchange and thing between one Chael Sonnen and Ariel Helwani. And I just wanted to kind of look at it with you guys and get my thoughts on it. You know, so we're gonna pull it up real quick so we can see it.
I've literally never had you be this kind of stupid before.
You keep insulting me to try to win this argument.
Why was the WBC title not up?
Because
Francis... Why did the WBC... No, excuse me. Why did the WBC champion fight? Shut up.
So you can dance around everything you want, but next time, do me a favor, Chael. Don't be a fucking coward and dance around this shit. Say it to my face. Say it to my face like a man, because that's how I know you. Grow a fucking pair.
You're talking
you want to keep lying?
Ariel, you keep cutting me off.
Because you're lying.
I don't really
Chael, you're lying. You are lying.
About what?
I
you
did
dumb
celebrate.
Son. I would strangle you if I was
Do
there.
it.
You come and talk to me mouthy like this,
Do
you
it.
little...
Do it.
If I got nowhere to go
Bring
with
on
you.
The insults.
I called you out. You got caught lying. Goodbye, Ariel.
There he is. What a freaking bitch move.
I've literally never had you be...
Yo, I just wanted to address this just because that whole thing just seemed crazy to me. Because a lot of y'all remember a few months back whenever me and Ariel had our whole spat, you know, and I addressed him at the end, like, about some of the things you do and some of the ways that you move. To some people, from where they come from, it constitutes an ass whooping. You know what I mean? Now, I wasn't threatening him. I was just making him aware of the fact of, if we're in the same room, you're only safe because I allow it. You know what I'm saying? You're not capable of keeping yourself safe or protecting yourself. You lean on a system, on police, and on people on try to repetition of people who are playing a victim and things like that, in order for you to try to talk to fighters, like some of the best fighters in the world. Chael is one of the best fighters in the history of this game. And you calling him a bitch, coward, talking about this and that, and those things, say it to your face and all this and those things. But whenever you had a problem with me, you was crying to my manager, he's threatening me, he's doing this, he's doing that. Now, that was a real bitch move. Now let's be clear. You were only being tough like this, talking all of these things, because you had a screen in between y'all. If Chael's in your face in person, you're not talking like that. Like, let's be real. You know, we got a video right here, which I wasn't going to address. I was going to leave it out. You know, I seen this a while back, but it's like, this is what you like in real action. Like, whenever shit really go down and get hyped, this is how he act.
Until we sure you're going to go back.
And they not even coming after you. That the attack wasn't even coming after you, and you getting out of there. But you talking about bitch move, this and that. Like, come on, man. If you a bitch like you are, like we see that you are, be that at all times. Talking to fighters how you steady talking to them, everybody not gonna have that same chivalrous mentality with you, bro. They're not gonna respect you for, oh, he's just weak as the weak ass person that you are. You know what I mean? So that's just absolutely like just bananas to me, bro. You gotta. I lost my train of thought, bro. He ran, bro. Like, you legitimately ran, and the people weren't even trying to attack you, bro. But bitch move, coward. These are things you say to somebody over a screen. And we wonder why the community is full of people that want to troll and disrespect fighters and people that really do this and things like that. When you got one of the top journalists in the game doing that exact thing. And another thing, like, I watched some of this video, some of the video of the interview just for context. And another particular part I found interesting is whenever Chael called him out on a lie. He called him out about something, about the amount of money between 20 and 10 and $20 million that was made, that was reportedly made. And then he gets mad, he gets offended. What do you think, I'm pulling this out of my ass? And then moments later goes on to say that the source behind it is himself. Is that not the definition of pulling it out of your ass? Like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't watch this dude. I stay in my own lane for the most part, but this was just like one of those things I was like, come on, bro. Where I come from, people like that don't have no motion. They stay in their place, you know, but we in another lane and things like that. Y'all give weak ass people like this motion and things like that. But I'm telling you, bro, you gotta watch that shit, bro. You gonna mess around, you gonna tap into the wrong one, and they gonna come see about you. They gonna keep see about you for real. Hey, peace. Real behind the reels.